Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't know me, my name is Lauren. I build a life of freedom through traveling, working creatively, and doing it on minimal gear. Let's see what we get into today. I love getting up early in the mornings and walking because then I get to see the sunrise and it's truly beautiful. Although everyone and their mother is going to work, so it's a pretty busy road, but that's why I have AirPods in, so I could just listen to music and try to like drown out the car noise. The sunrise is just crazy, look. Hello. Today is the 21st. I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm like trying to cook lunch. Actually, it's not even lunch, it's breakfast, which is rice and tofu. That's literally all I'm eating. I updated my resume. I made a complete new resume, made it from Canva. Thanks, Canva. Updated all the words, the verbiage. Hopefully that'll get me more jobs. It looks like a professional, well done, well built resume. I even threw in a picture of myself so that people know exactly what they're getting when they interview with me. So I got my resume done. I edited and uploaded my Acetenego video. I am currently in the process of making a document of all the places that I visited in Guatemala. So that will be uploaded to my Patreon page so that everyone will have all the addresses to everything that I visited and like kind of a template of what I visited and like the days and stuff. So that will be on my Patreon. If you want to go see that, go check it out. The link is in the description below, as well as I have photos, videos, things like that that I do offer as well. With that being said, I'm gonna eat some lunch. I have to continue doing research and I need to edit another Guatemala video. This was gonna be the video to going to Ticao. I have been honestly editing for a few days now. It's been quite a bit. During those other days though, I have been doing more research and things that I can level up with in my skill set and really make sure that I am doing the best of my ability to provide value to all the companies that I'm working for. And that be preparing myself for the future company that I'm going to be working for this summer. So I have a lot of things that I need to get my ducks in a row. May is going to be a recovery month, both physically and also I'm going to be studying, writing things down, creating and coming up with concepts and ideas and pitches. And I'm also just going to be allowing that time to edit, get all the kind of like pick up all the crumbs, get everything together so that way the next 2 months that I will be doing a job for will be somewhat easier with all the other stuff that I'm handling, such as YouTube and Patreon and things. So I'll have things pre-scheduled so that way I can really only focus on one job while all this other stuff is getting pre-uploaded, pre-taken care of. I don't have to deal with it. I also need to focus on pre-scheduling some shorts. I just have so many things that's list racked up. And then I'll be leaving this weekend to go to Miami. With that being said, I'm going to be doing a little bit more research and eating lunch. So this is a working lunch. I think as an adult, I have way more working lunches than I did in school. That's just the name of the game if you want to progress in this life. In other news, on top of it all, this microphone keeps breaking on me. I don't know if you can see the corner piece, but it has snapped off. I super glued it. This piece also comes off as well, but right now it's super glued, but this microphone has given me such an issue and I have yet to come up with a solution on how to attach it to my camera, get rid of this bottom part that's broken. So I need to come up with a solution to fix this because it's just really, super glue is not working. I need a solution for this. Some of you guys may ask how I sit in a chair for so long editing and doing all these videos and things that I need to do. I have ADHD, so I really struggle with this. So what I do is I prioritize things. So the stuff that I really don't want to do, I have to do one of those at least every single day. I'll do probably something that I least want to do early in the morning, because that's when I have the most energy, the most effort, and the most focus. So I'll get it done early in the morning, and then I'll go do things that are like, I have to do them. I don't really like to do them, but I'll do them. And then I'll take a break. And then after I take it, like I just had a lunch break, but I had a working lunch break, but I put myself in a different, I sat over there and I put myself in a little bit of a different space. And so I feel like I took a break, even though I was still like working and writing down ideas and things. And now I'm gonna go back to editing and doing things. And you know, I have many videos to edit. So right now I'm gonna do one of the videos that I think is going to be fun to edit. So I'm gonna go do that, and then that way it won't feel like I'm doing work. So I essentially just kind of prioritize things out, and then I like do the things that I wanna do later kind of in the day, and then I will take another break. So the breaks are very important. You can still be working on those breaks as long as it's something different than what you have been sitting and doing. That's kind of how I structure it to kind of get the most of efficiency out of my energy. Right now it's only 9:44 in the morning. And I've already edited a video, I fixed a resume, I've been writing down ideas, and I'm in the middle of editing another video. So, you know, this is just an example of like how I am able to get a lot of things done, is because I don't let things get boring and monotonous and, you know, slow. So with that being said, I'm gonna hop on to a little bit of edit and okay, today we are driving to a Toyota dealership so they can reinstall airbags in my car because there is a recall on the ones that I have. Thank God it's like free of charge. So the only thing it's costing me is gas money to get there, so whatever. But I'd rather be safe and have airbags than not. There's just a lot of things on my car that I need to fix since going to my last maintenance appointment, which if you watch my Patreon, you can see that adventure of me going to the dealership and just finding out what is wrong with my car. So yeah, that's gonna be the topic of this video, I think, today. It's just my car. If you guys don't know what car I drive a Toyota 2016 4Runner. It is a limited edition model. I bought it used, right off of the dealership plot. They just got it in, which was a mistake on my part because they did not do the correct maintenance that they should have, in resulting me spending more money to get the maintenance done on this car. Just a lesson to everyone that's gonna buy a used car, be aware of, make sure it's gotten maintained before you buy it. Doesn't matter how limited edition it is or how good the salesman is, make sure it is taken care of so you don't have as many issues later on that you have to deal with. So, especially if you're gonna be putting a lot of miles on it like I am when I do a lot of road trips. Yeah. Getting gas, of course, paying cash, you get a cheaper deal. Plus, I had 3 cents off. I think that's how that works. The Shell membership, I don't know. I'm getting gas, okay? We fillin'. A little bit though, not fully, because we can't afford that. All right, I'm at Toyota dealership. This is the nicest Toyota dealership that I've been to. This is Southern 441, West Palm. They have a gorilla couch, which I've taken photos with on my Patreon page. But this is the nicest dealership I've been to. The salespeople are so nice. Like, they treat you well. And I've been to a lot of dealerships where, like, sales is, like, their only thing that they live for. And it's, like, disgusting. But here, like, they actually take care of you. They, like, compliment you. They, you know, talk to you and, like, try to get to know you, you know. Even if they're going to give you their business card at the end, like, it's a pleasurable experience. So, Southern 441, West Palm, Florida, great service. They take care of me. So, yeah, great deal. They've also reposted my story on Instagram. So, I'm actually about to make another post because that's awesome. Why wouldn't I? You know, they shut me out once, so I'm gonna do it again. Just to see, you know, just a little see. Anyways, we have 3 hours ahead of us. I was told it was gonna take to reinstall the airbags. So I have my laptop for editing. I am going to be doing some planning, and I also brought my notebook for studying. So I have coffee here and a Capri Sun that they have. If you come at 6 a.m., they have bagels and muffins and stuff, but that's all gone and eaten. So while I'm talking to you about my servicing for my car, I want to go over the list, the packet that they gave me of all the things wrong with my car. Here are the list of things I need to change. The carbon air filter, which is actually pretty simple. You just take out the piece of thing in your glove box and you replace that small little tiny filter. I have to change a bulb on the license plate because one of them is out. The drive belt is worn. Brake flush, that's like based on time and mileage. So because my car is at a high mileage because I bought it used, they need to like flush the brake fluid, but that doesn't need to necessarily happen, as well as a transmission flush. And then there's also a differential flush that's also due time and mileage. A lot of these are just due by time and mileage. And then a differential flush rear. And then the power steering, that also needs to be flushed apparently. This one I did know about, the transfer case fluid replacement. That was an issue when I was out in Texas. They're like, hey, yeah, this thing is leaking as well as your rear axle. And it's going to cost like $300. Here, it looks like it's only going to cost me $249, but it's still, and I do need to get that replaced. They said it's leaking, but I don't see anything on the ground, so clearly it's not leaking that much. The spark plug replacement, that's $933. Yeah, spark plug replacement, that's due by time and mileage. Tires, the tires are getting there because of the road trip in life. The tires are getting to the point where like needing to replace. Brake job, so yeah, like I said, the front, they're 2 millimeters, which is like in the red. And then a fuel induction service, which is time and mileage. I don't really know what the fuel induction service does, but basically all of that would cost me $5,154.87. Now, thank God the universe blessed me with a dad who's in cars, and he can like help me buy some of the parts and just do it, ourselves. And he can teach me this stuff so that I can do it on my own one day. Because basically that $5,000, half of that is just the labor that I'm paying these people in the servicing department to do. It's gonna cost a little bit to do it, but that's just because I bought a used car for a lesser price. So I'm gonna get into the details actually of how much I spent on my car. So my car is a 4Runner. It is a rare first generation model because it's got like a stamp and everything. I bought it for $26,000. It was way out of my price range. My price range was around $20,000, but I couldn't find a 4Runner around in North Carolina that wasn't rusted underneath and like needed maintenance essentially. But it's hard to find a 4Runner just because they're also pretty popular models. So I was like, okay, it's like a couple thousand more. Like, over time I'll pay it off. It's fine. So I ended up getting it, and there's just a lot of replacement things that I've had to do. And I was stuck out in Texas because, it was my left back tire was smoking. And that was because of the transaxle. It was leaking brake fluid onto the brake pad and it was smoking. And then the brake pad was like, obviously not braking because it was slippery because of the lubrication from the oil and stuff. So I had to drop $1,000 on that, and some change. Buying used cars are essentially, you're basically buying the same thing. You're going to have to fix it up. So you're going to have to pay more eventually. So at this point, you might want to look at buying a new car just because you don't have to, spend a lot of time in dealerships or, other servicing stations. Yeah, this is just what I'm learning. I'm sharing with you guys what I'm learning about buying a used car and all of the, it might be a rare car, but fixing it, like, does it really add up? I don't know, but this is my life experience. I love my car, so I'm going to pay for it. And it hurts, but it's what I got to do to have my dream car, which this is my dream car. So, You know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. All right, let's get to editing and working on the next video. I just got a call from this Toyota dealership. I was like, I wasn't going to pick it up, but I figured, you know what, maybe it has something to do with my car. I'll pick it up. I get on the phone and this guy's like, hey, so, you know, when'd you get your 4Runner? And I was like, last year in like September. And he's like, oh, so is this like a finance vehicle? Like you're making payments? I'm like, yeah. He goes, oh, okay. Like, you know, we're in the market for buying 4Runners right now. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then like, there was just like air between us for like a good 10 seconds. I was like, well, I just got this car, so no, I don't want to sell it to you. I converted the back. It's low in value. Like, no, don't take my car from me. I don't want to sell it. Are you kidding me? I'm dying with this car. He just wanted me to sell my car to him. Girl, what? And I was like, is that all? Because I have stuff to do. I have stuff to get back to. He goes, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to, you know, see if you were in the market for selling. I said no. And then I just hung up the phone. I get a lot of compliments on my 4Runner because of the color. And it's a converted 4Runner that I put a bed in the back, you know? And so to me, it has a lot of value. And apparently to other people, it has a lot of value too, because it is a rare, you know, first generation of that model car with a stamp and everything. So I guess people want that car, but they're not getting it because I'm not selling it. Even though it has a lot of problems, I'm gonna fix it. This is the thing. This is the thing, like with dealerships, like, I just can't, I can't. All right, so I think the total recall that they did was like $400 and another $200 in like labor or whatever. So it was a big one, but I ain't got paid a dime. Thank God. All right, time to go home. I'm over this dealership stuff.